This is one topic that I want to talk about, and the reason I want to talk about it is someone contacted me before Christmas.
Right.
Do you remember me telling you about this? Yeah. And I won't say names, places, or anything, but the brother specifically asked me to talk about this on a podcast. Okay. He's got someone in his family. He was a really good kid. He had a business set up for him and everything. And then certain things happened and his business got taken off him by certain people within the family and whatever, right? So it sent him down a spiral of sadness, if you want to say. And basically what's happened is he found balloons and he's now indulging in balloons, but he's taken it to a point where he pressures his parents into buying it for him. He'll have mood swings if he doesn't get it. He's almost like become 100%, not almost, 100% become an addict now. So, and then obviously he's fortunate that he has a car, and he started ballooning and driving.
That's a dirty habit, because it affects you, and then you make a mess of the streets. And then you're driving and you're doing balloons?
Yeah, and then it's affecting. But well, you say that, right?
I think it's pretty selfish.
Yeah.
It's affecting not just you, but it's affecting other people. As in this story, he was ballooning and driving, and he ended up hitting someone and killed him. So there's a whole obviously court case and stuff, and I don't really want to get into that. But the brother that contacted me, he said, look, can you just shed a bit of light on it? And I went, yeah. So if it was just one thing that I could say to the people that are ballooning and driving right now, would be think back to the moment before you were addicted to balloons, or not just balloons, but drugs in general, weed, coke, and then you're going out driving. I'm not saying go and do it in a private room somewhere, but it's better than doing it while you're driving. Think back to the moment where drugs weren't even in your life and you were a good, sensible, halal kid, yeah? Breathing oxygen, right? And think back to that moment, and then, so, I don't know, some of them might be 23, 24.
Okay.
So let's say they were 15 years old, they were really good at 15 years old. Imagine, think back to a good moment in your life at 15 years old, where everything was perfect. You used to wake up, pray in namaz, read your Quran, you're a good boy. And then you get a phone call saying, bro, your mum's just been hit by someone with ballooning. How would you feel? You've just now become that prick.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Literally. It's just the worst. Like, I understand people go through hardships, but Muslims, especially Muslims, should know this world isn't for us. We're given tests, we're given tribulations, we're given problems. If we don't, how are we supposed to reach our end goal? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, just because I understand everyone's got their, like, for example,
demons, and
only a certain thing I can handle that you can't, and vice versa. You might want to deal with it in a certain way, but the thing with drugs is you need the right people around you as well.
Good company, innit?
Yeah, if we don't, imagine like if I had a problem and I came to you and you turned around and said, oh, let's go for a joint, or chill everything out. What kind of company is that?
Yeah.
But then if I came to you with a problem and I said, Billy, look, this has happened.
And you sit.
And we sit down, we talk for a couple hours, whatever.
That's the kind of company.
That's what you need.
And the even better company would be right at the end of it, come on, let's pray namaz, or let's involve Allah into our conversations.
That's the thing.
The I don't know, like the people that are ballooning and driving is one of my worst. We were in Bradford last week or the week before, and remember we saw someone driving past, and we were with a police officer as well. That's one of our friends, and he was saying as well, like, he goes, the amount of youngsters doing this now, and it's almost as if like these youngsters nowadays that are getting their licenses and then given sick cars and this and that. The term, and we've talked about it before, but the term "certi driver," right? I hate that term, because when they label themselves as a certified driver, it means that they're like the best drivers in the world and all that shit. Yeah, that gets into their head so much that
they feel invincible.
They feel invincible.
Yeah.
And remember what our friend Copper, brother Copper, was saying. he goes, he's seen people taking such substances like spice, meth, all that crap, and think they're invincible to the point where they'll jump off buildings thinking they can fly.
Yeah.
This is exactly the same thing. These young lads going around ballooning and driving think they're invincible.
Yeah.
I'm sick driver me, I can balloon, be completely off my that day for a bit, drive around and expect everything to be okay until you hit someone and you kill someone. You don't think it's going to be you until the situation actually happens.
People need to learn how to deal with their problems.
Rather than there's certain people that do it because
recreational and just chill and just do it.
Well, yeah, there's certain people that do it because they want to get away from life and bullshit, and then there's certain people that do it because they think it's fun.
Yeah.
Regardless, just don't take that onto the streets where it comes to driving. Like
especially in the UK, because roads are so small and tight, kids could just in between cars. Like we were in Bradford, right? So we went to that dessert place, and then we stood on the corner and had a vape or whatever, right? How narrow was that street? Imagine during the day, in between cars, kids playing football, or kids just walking around.
And that was a residential area.
Exactly, and they don't care until if something happens to them, and then they gotta go to prison for it because they've hit someone or
and then that's the thing though, like, is glamorized prison.
Yeah, man, big time.
I've been penned.
Talk about that prison thing. Remember, just yesterday or the day before, some guy got released, and the entire car park of I think it was Leicester,
flipping
Bugattis, Zondas,
millions of pounds worth of cars come to pick him up. And look, I don't know what to say about that, because the way I see that is they're congratulating their boy.
Yeah, their boy. Yeah.
You're out. You're free, man.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. You can start fresh.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're actually also congratulating a guy
who's just done something wrong.
And now paid his dues.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it. I like it.
I don't condone it.
But I don't also turn around and say, people are going to look at it online and be like, well,
that's sick, innit?
This is sick, innit?
Yeah.
Go pen and then get this treatment.
I think the worst thing, when most of the prisoners that come out of prison are already doing drugs anyway inside. Right? They bring it outside to the youngsters. I know one guy personally, right? He's been in and out of prison pretty much his entire life. Yeah. And he comes out with the most outrageous stories, and kids are looking up to him.
Yeah.
Because he's even older than I am, right?
Yeah.
He's at least a good 4 or 5 years older than I am. And he just the absurd stories that come out of his mouth about drugs and just stuff he used to do in prison. And kids are looking up like, no way, that sounds sick, man. Yeah. And you're looking at
it's like when people over glamorize and fetishize flipping prison.
Going to prison and
stuff.
stuff.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Why don't you talk good about flipping earning halal money and stuff?
Yeah,
why are you...
but at the same time, there's a lot of people that do leave prison who were on drugs, who were like in doing drugs, selling drugs, being in that environment, turning around, doing a 180 and just
completely
and
those
everything.
Are the success stories. Those are the success. Why are we not getting them kind of people on social media?
At the same time, they need help as well. Drugs drugs are not. As much as I hate people that do drugs, I can only imagine how hard it must be. Like, forget it's vaping for me, example, right? How we act like nitties if we lose it. Where is it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Could you imagine hard drugs? Like people on cocaine or smoking, like, weed's fine. Like cocaine, heroin, and balloons and stuff like that. How they would react.
Bro, you know how dangerous balloons is?
I never known until about a year ago that it was like nitrous
oxide. Balloons basically replaces the oxygen that goes into your lungs and sucked out by your bronchi in your fucking big man lungs, yeah? The bronchi, bro, is being, like, there's no oxygen going through that. That's nitrous oxide going
Just hold your breath.
Nitrogen going through your fucking thingy. And then what does that do? It goes into your bloodstream, into your brain. Bro, that's enough. Just one balloon is enough to give you a stroke, to give you brain damage.
Isn't laughing, what do you call them? Canisters, man. What you talking about?
Laughing gas.
Is it the same thing? Laughing gas and like pain, like.
It's labeled laughing gas because some people react to it like in a laughing manner.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day, they used to, because drugs weren't a big thing like this. But the more drugs started coming out, our own bodies were getting used to that shit. So then when laughing gas came, it didn't even become a laughing gas thing. It was more, it just sets you on a trip. That's it.
Fair enough.
It's dangerous, man.
Why is it associated with balloons?
So they put them into balloons.
So it's like
So then they get.
So it's like a canister, right? So imagine a canister similar to air
the ones
freshener.
that have like
Silver little things everywhere.
Yeah.
It fills that balloon up, and then you can.
It's like a
inhale
lung, basically.
Yeah, and
You're
then
using it as a lung, innit? You're breathing that instead of normal air. It's like everywhere you go, like when you visit countries and stuff, especially, and you see how they live and how their drug
system,
pandemic or epidemic or whatever is. Like, we went to Canada and we went to this downtown area, just before the town centre area. Bro, here crackheads here, they're not on the street most of the time, yeah? They're in their own little... away from people.
Go to Cheetah Mill, Manchester, bro.
But like, when you go down, when I went there, I was my eyes open to like how bad it is in other places. Like, I went there and there's a whole couple of streets
just full of it.
Full of people.
Zombies.
I seen one of them, and it was a young Chinese lad, Asian lad, and he's literally just stood again. The wall's here. His face is like 2 mil from the wall, just staring at it.
Bro, you know,
we looking at what the hell's going on.
You want to laugh because it's funny, the whole situation.
Yeah.
But it is funny. I'm not gonna lie, but it hurts you, bro. Like inside when you see someone going through that, and you're thinking, shit, that's someone's son, man, or someone's daughter.
So there's no help as well. Once you get addicted to it because of your problems, but then your problems have gone.
Yeah.
They've passed. But the addiction's still there.
Yeah.
But then the government you used to pay taxes to, the government that's supposed to look after you, or at least be there for you in your time of need.
Don't give a shit about you.
They don't care about you.
So and they just end up putting you in prison.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just fucking... Yeah, look, not enough people are talking about... We're saying ballooning because ballooning is a big thing nowadays.
Right now, yeah, it's massive.
It's a big thing nowadays. So, but you can apply this to anything. You can apply this to bud as well.
Yeah.
If you wanna, drive and smoke weed, that's stupid.
Yeah. One thing I want to end on is like, if you are doing balloons and stuff, it's not only, especially if you're an Asian, you're not only. I'm not saying it's exclusive to Asians, but I'm speaking of Asians right now. But if you're doing drugs, any kind of drugs, whether it's balloon, heroin, cocaine, whatever it is, you're not just affecting yourself. You've got a family, you've got a mother, a father, siblings, uncles, aunties who are close to you, especially in our culture. Alhamdulillah, like we're close. And it's not just affecting you, you're affecting everyone else around you. Your mum can't sleep at night because thinking, where is he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Stop being selfish, innit?
Yeah, man.